Hello, everybody. Welcome to the YINZER Brothers podcast. I'm TJ. I'm here with my brother Tim. We are the YINZER Bros. For those of you that are listening, you can't see. Tim is wearing the infamous Mason Rudolph face maskless helmet. What a sad, sad, sad day, Tim.
I mean, this guy.
How would you describe the game? How would you describe our tie versus the pitiful Lions?
TJ, if I was the FBI or whoever the military is, and I have to torture somebody, I would put them in there and make them watch that game 1,000,000 times in a row.
It was a terrible, terrible game. Holy cow.
I mean, everything about it just sucked. Absolutely sucked.
It was bad on like every level. So let's break down the game, Tim. Have you recovered from the tie?
Before we start, TJ, the mush, people think I'm exaggerating about the mush. The mush is absolutely ferociously real. I mean, timeline, TJ, just think about this. We have the mush on before Bear game. What happens in Bear game? Who gets hurt in Bear game? Not only was it a crappy game, we lose Claypool.
Yeah, we do.
I was thinking, well, maybe that's just enough of the mush just to kind of mush it out, you know. Okay. What happens 2 days later? He tries to kill Seven.
Yeah, he does. He lives the big guy.
He tries to kill Seven. There's a lot of things I can deal with. Trying to kill Seven. You can't kill. Don't try to kill Seven.
Yeah.
So Seven's dead. I got to look at stupid face.
Yeah.
When we get into the game, TJ, the whole team just gets hurt. TJ Watt goes down. Both guards go down. God knows who else is down. They're all down. And then, I mean, I pluck my head up thinking, maybe we'll get some good news. And Mika goes on the Rona list.
He does.
The mush is just... He is just we haven't even seen what's the thing? The Nutcracker. The Nutcracker's not even out yet, TJ.
No.
I have visions of me. It's gonna get so bad that I'm gonna be getting happy that like Madhu's coming back off the IR. I'm like, we need that dude.
Maybe we'll pick up Marsh again. Who knows? Maybe they'll let Marsh go.
Oh, jeez.
No, it was a bad game. It was a bad week. Who knows what's going to happen? So let's break it down. Let's start first with the Steelers offense. What did you think of the Steelers offensive performance, Tim?
Are you kidding me? That offense stinks. The whole thing stunk.
We did have almost 400 yards of offense.
You could have fooled me.
There were a few bright spots. Najee
does it look like Mason's throwing a watermelon every time he throws the ball?
Mason's bad. Let's just be real. Mason is bad.
I'm serious. Like his form. Does he look like he's like throwing a shot putter like a watermelon the whole time?
Dude, he throws these air balls. He's bad. This is great too. You ready for this? These are some of Mason's stats. He was 30 for 50. Why is Mason throwing the ball 50 times?
Dude, I was thinking that same thing. They're saying from what I heard from the press conference was because they were so late in the week, or not late in the week, but like the game plan was Ben's game plan and they're interchangeable. I'm like, no, they're not interchangeable.
Oh, did you see him miss Ray in the end zone?
You got to have some balls to say that those two are interchangeable parts.
Tim, dare I say, did you see how he missed Ray? You with your bad shoulder could have hit Ray in the end zone.
That's like saying me and Najee are interchangeable.
That's true. They're not interchangeable. I mean, now Najee, he hit a good game. He ran for $105.
Again, question being, I mean, dude, you're on the goal line, you're in the red zone, and you throw the ball 3 times in a row.
No, give the ball to Najee.
I don't give a damn if they're run pass options. No, if I'm whoever's in his head, I'm going run. I mean, the sad part is like, okay, I'm making fun of Mason. I don't think he played brutally bad. He had the awful throw to and I mean Matt Canada should be shot because if they went in with the game plan of like making Ray McLeod the feature, you should
You're right.
you should be execution style in the middle of the 50-yard line of Heinz Field. That's what they should be. They should let the crowd throw stones at you in the middle of the field.
It was bad.
Because it seemed like Ray McLeod was the center of the offense. I'm going, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, it was bad.
He did miss that throw. He missed it. It was a terrible throw. It was a big throw. But I thought there was a lot of receivers. There were some questionable like 50-50 balls like they dropped.
Yeah. Well, they did drops. I mean, they had 2 turnovers too. I mean, he did put them in position to win the game. But again, he also TJ, screwed up.
Do you think there's a firm believer the way that game was going? But let me take a step back. When Freiermuth fumbled at the end, they had no timeouts left, right?
No, there were no time. Yeah, no time.
There was like 10 seconds left in the game, right?
Yeah.
He was tackled in bounds, right?
Yeah.
What the hell? And it was going to be 4th down. I think he was short of the sticks.
Yeah.
Right? How the hell are they going to get a field goal off?
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, I think there's a little bit more time than 10 seconds. I think there's about 30 seconds.
Was there? I thought they were like trying to get something quick.
I want to say there's 27 seconds left. I think that's what I remember.
All right, because I thought it was less than that. I thought they were trying to get something quick so they get like 5 yards. But you know what's going to happen, regardless of what's going to happen in that game. Even if he doesn't fumble that ball, the way that game was going, there was not a chance in hell. Boswell's usually automatic. He wasn't going to make that kick. It just wasn't going to happen.
It was bad. And I mean, he only had 1 pick. He should have had 2 more. He was just chucking the ball. He looked. And again, you call it rusty, you call it whatever.
He has a stupid face. That's what it is. He's just dumb face.
So these were the QB targets. So you hit the nail on the head.
Interchangeable.
So Ray was the feature receiver. He had 9 catches for 63 yards.
I can't believe you just said that.
He was.
Ray was our featured receiver.
He was.
Good God.
Deontay was next with 7 catches for 83 yards. Here's another crazy stat. Ready for this? The offensive line, as pitiful as they've been, no sacks, no QB hits. That means that Mason had a clean pocket. Look what he did with a clean pocket. Nothing.
He's not good at football.
He's not.
He's not good. And here's a thing that should make your head explode. He stinks at football. The guy behind him, Dwayne Haskins, is worse.
I think they should bring Dobbs up. I'd let Dobbs throw. At least he'll run around a little bit.
TJ, I think they should bring up the stick man from the 500 level that's been pounding icy lights for half the game. Like, why don't you go and...
Did you see Haskins got ripped up pretty bad? Because I guess he was checking his phone on the sideline.
Could have guessed that. Everybody was like, Haskins is the truth. He's the next guy. No, the dude, he's a cancer. He's a cancer. He should be gone.
So the offense wasn't very good. Let's flop to the defense. Tim,
if I got to see Balaj every time I know that they run Najee into the ground, but every time they take him out, aren't you kind of like, because you're like, before the game, you're like, they need to get somebody else in the game to dispel Najee. And when they do that, every time you're like, they need to get Najee back in the game.
They do.
Because these dudes stink. They suck.
Did you see they're asking today if they were going to possibly pick up, Bell got jettisoned by the Ravens. They're like, they should pick Bell up. No, they shouldn't. He's terrible.
At this point, TJ, at this point, he got to be better than anything they're throwing back in that backfield.
Bell's terrible.
You know what I would do with Bell?
What?
I bring him in. Here's what you can do if you did hypothetically bring in Bell. The one way you can spill Najee, you can play Bell on 3rd down. He's an excellent pass catcher. He can pick up blitzes. It's going to give Najee a breather on 3rd downs. You can pull him out. That's the only reason why I would say, hey, maybe bring in Bell in. But he is an absolute. I mean, it's between him and Antonio Brown fighting every day about dingling status. Those two, it's like you got Le'Veon doing one thing, and then Antonio like next week he's like, hold my beer. Here's
That's right. You're right. I heard this crazy stat about Bell. You ready for this? In 2017, he ran with the Steelers for 1,200 yards. Since 2017, he's run for a total of 1,200 yards. It's 2021.
There's so much things I could. There's so many things I want to say, but I just want to keep this podcast PG. I just.
Hey, did you hear about Antonio Brown too? He bought a bootleg,
Dumbest man alive.
a bootleg vaccination card.
It's okay because his agent called him on the phone to say, "Hey, are you vaccinated?" And Antonio assured his agent that he went in one of the drive-through vaccination places and got his vaccination. I didn't even know they had drive-through vaccination centers. Just stop it. Just that dude is a clown.
Well, but they're not going to do anything to him. What can't he not do?
What do you mean?
He can do anything he wants. They're not going to do anything at him. I mean,
Sure
if that was
they will,
anybody
TJ.
else, are they going to suspend him, you think?
TJ, it's a federal offense to forge that thing. That's a federal offense. And shame on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because all you got to do is make a call to the medical provider and be like, "Yo, did Dingbat Magoo get shot XYZ?" If it's me, I think Tom Brady should get suspended for this year. They take away all of his Super Bowls, everything.
I think that's fair. I think you're right.
I think it is.
So let's talk about the Steelers' defensive performance against the
Oh,
Lions.
good God.
What did you think of the defense?
The offense was a good part. TJ, Devin Bush looks like a high school kid playing in the NFL.
He does. He looks bad. I'm hearing guys call for Spillane. How bad is Spillane when you can't even put him in place of Bush? Is Spillane that bad?
TJ, I don't know, man. Like, I was actually saying to myself, I couldn't believe it was coming out of my mouth. I was like, they need to put Spillane in the game. I couldn't. I was like, they need to take a push out and put Spillane in. I was like, what is going on? This dude, TJ, I heard something in the end of the third quarter. Meanwhile, that Detroit team had like over 200 yards rushing up to that point.
They did.
He had one tackle.
Yeah.
That is an unbelievable stat.
It is. It is. He looks awful out there. And I don't know if it's just he's undisciplined. He's trying to do too much. Is it because the big horses in the
he's 5'10" and he weighs 190 pounds.
Yeah.
Guess what, TJ? I'm not no rocket scientist, but when you got a 6'3" guy that's 305 blocking a guy that's 5'11", 190, you're in deep to do.
You are. It's bad. The defense was bad. They gave up 229 yards on the ground.
I mean, TJ, Goff had 37. Like, what I think his final, he had 67 yards passing. He had 37 yards. I think he had 37 yards going into OT.
Yeah.
How the hell did we not win that game by 100?
I have no idea. They sacked him 4 times too. It was awful.
They're tackling. I mean, what
It's
are they
bad.
doing in practice? Tomlin, that's the most infuriating thing. Tomlin's like, it's nothing that we can. He doesn't feel like it's necessary to work on
Something
it.
about grapes. I don't know. Something about wine and grapes. I don't know.
Like it's not necessary to practice it in practice. I'm like, yes, it is necessary to practice it in practice. I don't care. I don't just wrap and run through. I've seen the videos now to get around that whole entire padding them up in practice. They got those new machines where you can remote control the tackling dummies. That's what I would do. Just go tackle each other.
It was bad. Yeah. So if you think who was worse, the offense or the defense? The defense.
The defense
worse?
by a bazillion.
Yeah.
TJ, I mean, that Detroit team stinks, and they gave up. When you're giving up runs 3rd and 12,
That's ridiculous.
I mean, they couldn't tackle anybody. It was unbelievable.
You know who looked bad too was Highsmith. How many times did you see him get sealed and they just ran right around outside of him?
Yeah, but I thought he looked scary. But I thought he looked better when TJ Watt got hurt. When he got hurt,
Well, he looked better in the second half by far, but that first half they were killing him.
they're talking up Taco Tuesday. Why is Tupac Shakur in the game? The other dude.
I don't know.
I see him in the game more than Taco. Does Taco stink?
Well, he's not great, or else we wouldn't be able to pick him up. I mean,
Then why did we get rid of Ingram? I'd be like, no, sit your disgruntled rear end.
Well, they could use Ingram right now.
Oh, you ain't kidding me. When I saw TJ Watt go down, my first response was like, I'm going to kill Mush. The second response was like, oh, like the season. I was like, it's over. I was like, I just watched the game. We're done. Because it looked like an ACL. I was like, I just sat there in sadness. I go, this sucks. And then I thought he's going to come back in the game, and he just didn't. And the next thing I know, I'm watching Tupac. I don't know what his last name is, the white dude.
Yeah.
Why does every white dude, they have their ends got to have a 4 in their number? 41, 48, 45. Why?
I don't know. It must be the number of the white people.
That guy stinks.
He does. He does. We got to pick up some guys. Well, we
Who
can't
are you
wait
going
with
to
the
pick
tie.
up?
There's nobody. I mean, they got the team. They're rolling with what they got now.
Freaking to it. What is that dude doing, man?
I have no idea.
Is
He may
on
never play
Matthew
football again.
I think he's hanging out with Matthew McConaughey smoking potai down in the Indian
might be.
trails.
I think he's. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see him again. Now they are picking up. I think or Carlos Davis did get clear for this week.
TJ, when you're like getting excited about that, we got issues.
That's true. We do.
Stevens was like a 7th round pick out of like, I don't know, Oklahoma State.
We need to find us another big Samoan somewhere.
TJ, they got good God, man. I'm sitting there going, like I said, I know what's going to happen. We're going to be sitting here in January, and I'm going to be eyeing the practice schedule to see if Madu practice. It's a full participant on a Thursday. I'd say, I think we're in good shape.
You're right. They suck you in. You're right. Well, before we talk about the Chargers, let's take a peek into the Yinzer mailbag. What is the Yinzer mailbag? It's when you, the fan, get to send us, the Yinzer brothers, anything you like. We're here for your pleasure. We're here to help you out. Tim, open it. Yeah.
I mean, did you hear what Mason said during his press conference today?
That was one of the worst press conferences I've ever heard in my life.
I mean, but do you find it weird that like Ben hasn't talked to him directly, that he's going through the quarterback's coach? Like, them two don't talk at all. Do you find that just absolutely strange to me?
It is strange. They just don't like each other. I don't know why.
Do you think Ben just is like that? I mean, he's thinking maybe Ben's
I think Ben thinks he's an idiot. I think Ben thinks
he's a jerk face. He's a Ken doll, and he has plastic parts down there as a Ken doll.
I think he talks to Dobbs. He talks to Haskins. I don't.
Was that just a weird thing to me? Like, I'm sitting there going, like, Mason hasn't talked to him at all. Do they talk?
This is what I've heard of Mason. I've heard this about Mason. I've heard that he's a jerk.
Who's your close contact for that?
I listened to something and one of the radio things. They said they don't like him. He's just a jerk.
I mean, it is unbelievable that you're the backup quarterback and you have no contact with the starter.
That's true.
And he's still on the roster. That is the most incredible thing.
It is.
Yikes.
So what do we got in the Yinzer mailbag tonight, Tim?
I mean, freaking Mason. We did get some late entries from the mush, and I'll try to sift my way through it. I don't know if I want to read them because I'm petrified of if I read anything that I don't know. Najee is going to go down the first play of the game.
No, don't say that. We don't speak that stuff.
Does Ben play, or do we see Mason again? TJ, I've been thinking the same thing. I saw something come out. They'll know at 3:00 on Saturday if Ben can play.
You remember last year when that happened? He came in at the last minute. You remember who they were playing?
The Bengals, right?
Yeah, you remember what he threw? You remember what he did?
Like, he threw for 1 million yards.
He had 4 TDs, like a billion yards.
But like,
I'm okay with that, Tim.
Don't get me wrong. I'm 1,000% okay. To me, it's like, TJ, if you don't even know by Saturday and you find out Sunday by 3:00, you get the private jet. You get Ben out there.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't give a damn if Ben's in full pads getting dressed on the jet. He goes straight.
He comes in with a parachute, goes right in. That's fine.
Like he shows up like Bobby Boucher at halftime. He's like, remember when Bobby Boucher would beat the Water Dogs?
I'm with you. So yeah, I mean, and I wonder too now if Mason's got a whole week to prepare. He just looked bad. He doesn't sound confident. TJ, he has a full week to prepare every week because Ben doesn't practice till Friday. And according to Tomlin, they're interchangeable parts. Next man up. The standard is the standard.
He probably gets more practice time than Ben with the ones.
He does.
Mason,
he's bad.
For God's sake, he stinks.
He's bad. Oh, he's so bad. What else you got in the mailbag?
Oh, good God.
Mason.
What else do I got? What do I think of the inside linebacker play? Oh, go ahead.
Pick your poison.
I mean,
Who do you?
this is like a question of crap. I mean, what do you think?
What do you think of Schobert's play? Was he any good? He was bad too, huh?
He had like 18 tackles. He did the linebackers. I don't care if it's 40 yards downfield. At least he had 18 tackles.
Bush's bad. He's out of position.
How do you have one tackle by the third quarter and they got 250 yards rushing? You're a middle linebacker.
I have no idea.
They should be able to. They should be able to trip over you for a tackle here and there.
He's so bad. How we may miss with him, I don't know.
Do you think the Steelers will draft a quarterback this year or next year, or bring in a vet?
I've heard Tomlin wants to bring in a vet.
Again, for me and my heart, which is going to get ripped out and crapped on everywhere on the floor. Like I said, it's 12 or bust. I know it's going to happen. I'm going to be trying to talk myself into Marcus Mariota and get excited about him.
Well, I mean, the two big ones are Wilson and Matthews or Rogers, excuse me.
I agree that
Who would be like a vet that's in that next tier that could possibly do anything good? Your silence, Tim, is very telling. Is there anybody else floating around that could be, serviceable? I mean, let's say they bring in a vet, but they draft a QB too. They have him waiting. They're waiting to use him.
I would rather have Ben. I'd rather try to bring Ben's creepy rear end back for another year and draft the quarterback.
I mean, are there any great QBs coming out really?
No, Kenny Pickett. He may be the best quarterback in Pittsburgh right now.
He might be. You're right. You think he's going to scale to the pros?
I would have gave all the money for him to come suiting out at halftime. I bet we would have won that Detroit game. He comes out there.
Maybe. Do you think he's got
interchangeable?
Do you think he's got what it takes to be a good pro QB?
I don't know, TJ. You're asking the wrong guy. I mean,
I've heard them describe him like to Burrow. I heard they said he's kind of like Burrows.
When they drafted Mason, I thought he'd be. They had a first-round grade on Mason Rudolph. Who the hell is grading?
We got to get under that organization. Is it that Pro Football Focus, that PFF or whatever it is?
No, the people in the Steelers organization had a first-round grade on him.
Oh, that's wrong. That's fake news. That can't be right.
You think? The dude looks like he's throwing he looks like he's throwing a medicine ball.
Yeah, he doesn't look good at all.
I mean, good God. Here's something from the mush. Do you think Ben and Tomlin purposely made up the COVID story so that Ben could rest his legs up and have something left for him in the final run? I wouldn't put it past them.
That's true. Maybe. They may have thought, you know what, this is going to be such a winnable game that we could just rest Ben. Because Ben did basically turn himself in from the COVID thing. He didn't feel good, he went and he got a test, and that's when they found out. I mean, he's that much of a team player.
Yeah, Ben's just a saint, isn't he? Okay. Again, we'll go back to the Pickett stuff. I mean, saw an article today that Pitt quarterback's a front runner for the Heisman. What's the chances of that happening? With the Steelers, would the Steelers draft him instead of taking 12 from Green Bay? Whoever's in that organization, if you're deciding to take Kenny Pickett over Aaron Rodgers, I will personally there's going to be video stuff on Channel 11 of the guy in his helmet. You need to, because he's on the loose and he's dangerous.
Well, here's my question. Why don't you do? I mean, can't you do both?
No.
Why not?
Because you're going to have to give up your first. Because you're going to have to give up your first to get Kenny Pickett.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to give up your first round pick to get Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, you're probably right about that.
Look, TJ, I'm 100% right.
Well, I mean, let's just be real, though. I mean, don't you think Green Bay, haven't they seen what they need to see with Love?
That dude stinks.
He does. So, I mean, don't you think, I think right now we're going to do anything we need to keep Aaron Rodgers happy in here.
I just don't know if Rodgers wants to be there anymore.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just don't want to be there anymore. You can't hold anybody hostage like Melvin Ingram. You just trade them away for nothing.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Oh, for the love of
So,
God.
so now is Rogers? Is he a free agent next year?
I don't think so. I think he is. I think it's next. I think it's the following year he's a free agent. I don't know how that thing works. TJ, again, me and you are going to be discussing what we think about Marcus Mariota. And I'm going to be like,
What happened?
either him or what's the guy, the backup for the Dolphins, Jacoby.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I just say Jacoby and you put your head down, you're gonna be like, crap. Here we go.
Hey, we've had lean years. I remember the Kent Graham years. I remember all those years.
I mean, Marcus, TJ, I could feel it in I could feel it in my soul that Marcus Mariota. They're gonna be like, yeah, I could see Tom talking about the guy get on the perimeter and do 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 do. And I'm sitting there going, the more he talks about him, I'm like, you know what? He's right. I think this guy, they just know.
He's right.
I'm gonna be like, no other team knew how to use him for the past 8 years.
We're the guy. We got the key to him. That's right.
Oh,
Would you mind seeing Russell Wilson in black and gold?
TJ, yeah, yeah. I don't like him. I think he's a fraud, but yeah, I'll take him.
Why do you think he's a fraud?
He's just weird. I mean, any dude that like, I don't know, he drinks some bubbly stuff that he gets healthy within like a concussion within like, I don't know, half a day. Just something doesn't make sense with me. With him. And I personally I don't think there's no chance. You think Sierra would want to be living in Pittsburgh? You
No.
can stop. No.
I heard. I heard making a play for him is going to be the Eagles.
Why? I'll take Jalen Hurts in a heartbeat.
Will you?
Yeah.
You may get your opportunity, Tim.
I'll take Jalen Hurts. Some dummies in Philadelphia. You kidding me? Stop it. What are you going to do? Let me ask you, if you're Philly, you got like 3 first-round picks. Are you going to – I think you've seen enough of Jalen Hurts to be like, okay, are you going to take those 3 picks and build around him or give up those 3 picks for Russell Wilson and be stuck with the crap you got now?
It's Philadelphia. What do you think they're going to do? It's Philadelphia. It's Philadelphia.
I think Jalen Hurts is pretty – I think he's, from what I've seen past couple, like 3-4 weeks, I think he's pretty good.
I wouldn't mind
when Philly runs the ball, surprise, surprise, they're not that bad. They got that moron coach. He's thrown the ball 1,000 times, and you got like one of the best running backs in the league. I'm like, you're an idiot.
They are.
Stop it.
But by the way, Najee Harris is 5th in the league in rushing right now.
That dude is. I mean, I had people telling me about like his. Yeah, he gets a ton of touches. That's why I'm going. Look at his yards after contact. There's like 2 backs in the league that have better yards of the contact. One's Derrick Henry, and I think the other one's Taylor. I was like, if you watch a Steeler game, you would be astonished because he should be averaging like 1.1 yards a carry behind that line. Some of the stuff he does.
You're right. Got anything else in the Yinzer mailbag?
Yeah, this is off the kind of cusp, man. What do you feel about the Boston LeBron James back group now being part owners or ownership with the Penguins?
That's interesting to me.
It's ginormous kicking the balls.
That's it. That's interesting to me. Do you think that'll help or hurt the Penguins?
I don't know. As long as Marios, I know Marios didn't give up his share, but
Yeah,
I'm assuming it can only help. I don't know. Yeah. It just, I mean, there's another fraud, LeBron. I can't stand that dude either. I think
that's interesting. I think it can help the Penguins as long as Mario still's got the still at the helm.
But it's not like you're gonna. I mean, they got a salary cap in hockey.
I agree.
They have 2 of the best players in the world. Like, how the hell can you screw that? Like, what more can you do to pump? Like, what are you going to do?
Hey, the Penguins look awful right now.
I mean, the only way I could they'll be fine. Crosby barely played again. Mush.
I think now's the time. I think it's time once he gets healthy. I think they should jettison Malkin.
What are you talking? You're an idiot,
dude.
Stop
I'm telling
it.
you, he's been injury prone the last couple of years. I think now you get what you can from him.
You'll be fine. You keep them guys together. I mean, the only thing I could possibly think of, the only way I could see this being I mean, for me being, I think it's gonna be fine. They'll put more money to build around the stadium, which they need to. But I mean, maybe LeBron will bring back the Pipers and
They need a
he'll be
goalie. They need a goalie bad.
yeah, dude
Jari's not the
stinks.
guy. He's not
Yeah,
the
dude
guy.
stinks. But again, TJ, I don't care about hockey till June, so we're fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, with two more questions. Here's one. Two more questions on a statement. When do you think we'll see Banner anytime soon? He dressed last week. He didn't play at all, did he?
No, no, but hopefully with the injuries, I mean, he's a tackle. We lost our guards are the ones that are hurt. Yeah, I'm hoping that we see him at some point, or they got to
Can't he
just
play
move on.
guard?
I don't know. He's huge. Guard, you kind of need to be a little bit more. You have to have quick feet and be a little stout.
Have you seen 51?
Oh yeah, he's
51 is stout. He don't got quick feet.
no. You know what concerns me, dude? I'll tell you what. That our center just there's. I don't see
He'll
it.
have he'll have a game, and then he'll have a game where he's getting. It looks like he actually, the little kids that when you like real little, they had like the little skates in their shoes.
Yeah, the little wheelie thingies. Yeah, the
That's what it
heelys.
kind of looks like. I'm kind of like that.
He just gets overmatched too quick.
And then he gets like mad, and and all of a sudden, like after the whistle, he'll just grab somebody that's like 110 pounds and throw him.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with him.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know, man. He's to me when I keep hearing high motor guy, that tells me
That tells me he's a low talent guy. High motor, low
exactly,
talent.
exactly. Yeah, and Mark saying the return of the Nutcracker should be happening in the next week or two, and
Right
my brain
here.
can't handle it right now. Again, I know it's going to happen. Nutcracker's going to come out, and like I said, I'm going to be looking at the practice report, going, "Oh, Henry Madu, Henry Madu had a limited practice on Wednesday. Looks like he'll be good to go for Sunday."
That'll be great. All right. All right. Well, that's the Yinzer mailbag for us this week. Again, if you got any questions you'd like for us to answer, you can send your questions to yinzerbros@gmail.com. If you're lucky enough, we will get you on the show. Tim,
This
let's talk about
helmet,
how did you wear that helmet back in the day, Tim?
TJ, this helmet is squishing my temples. It feels like,
Now,
like
now
when
that
you,
is that your actual helmet from high school? Holy cow, the Gateway Gators. But
like,
how did you wear that? There's no ear pads in it now, and it looks like your face is like
yeah,
it looks like you're a zit about ready to pop.
I had to take all the ear pads. I don't know, man. Like I didn't think people's heads like grew as you got older. And I mean, TJ, it feels like when like you see kung fu movies and they grab people's temples and squeeze, like makes them pass out. That's what it feels like right now.
So let's talk about the Steeler Charger game, Tim. This is going to be an interesting game. I think the Steelers can pull it off. What do you think the Steelers offense needs to do to win this game?
Ben needs to get a private jet. Ben needs to get a private jet. TJ, are we saying if Ben plays or if Ben doesn't play?
I mean, either way. I mean, we know we're getting Claypool back. I mean, what do you think? What do you
I
think
don't
the
know if we're
offense has to
getting.
do?
What they gotta not have Mason. If Mason throws the ball, if Mason's playing and he throws the ball more than 18 times, we are deep to do.
We are. We are.
If I gotta hear he has interchangeable parts with Ben, run pat, I'm gonna be like, if Ben plays, we still gotta run the ball. I mean, keep it within. Oh God, please let Ben play, please, baby Jesus, give Ben the positive COVID, give him the negative COVID test.
So, what do you think the line's going to be like? You think the line's going to be okay?
I think the only lineman's not playing is Dotson. The other guy practice 51 is what's his name?
Trey Turner.
Yeah, the guy that's stumbled. But to me, you said you got to be shifty. He's not shifty. He is what it is. So everybody else in the line's there. I'm praying to God Bosa doesn't play.
He's not. He got a positive COVID test.
He had positive, but it was close contact, so there's still a chance.
He can
if he plays.
If he does two negatives.
Yeah, we're screwed if he plays. You're going against one of those two clowns over there on the end.
That's great. So, which wide receiver do you think is going to be the shining star for us?
I mean, again, is Ben quarterback in this or is Mason quarterback in this game? If Mason's quarterback, and my guess is they'll have the offense surrounded around that Jim McLeod, Ray McLeod.
That I was surprised. I thought we'd see a little bit more action from 13.
They did. He threw the ball up 13 a bunch of times, but we ain't in college anymore there, Mason. When you're throwing up, when you're playing against guys like me and you on D-back, you guys got in the NFL. It doesn't work that way anymore. I'm going, no. I don't know, dude. The one guy that they brought up for the practice squad, like I saw from watching, he could fly. They didn't use him at all.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of holding my breath for Ray McLeod every time he's returned a ball, too, man. I mean,
Ray.
To me, I don't know, dude. I don't. They got to run the ball. If Mason's playing, they got to run the ball. Paddle hands got to catch a couple passes. What was up with that jump?
I don't know. I think he thinks he's something that he's not.
TJ, he jumped 6 yards before the sticks on third down. 6 yards. He made it a yard and a half in the air.
I get it. So who do you think is going to be your offensive player of the game? Your player to watch?
This is just tough. Because if Seven's playing, Seven. If Seven's not playing, I'm not even picking an offensive player of the game because they're not going to score any points. Pause.
Let's look at the defense. What does this defense have to do to win this game, Tim?
What do they have to do? I don't know. Grab a shoelace, grab an ankle, maybe a thigh pad. I don't know.
Yeah.
They got to tackle somebody. They got to do. I mean, Herbert scares the hell out of me. They got two receivers. One guy's 6'10", and the other guy's Keenan Allen, which I remember last time the Steelers played. I think he had 17 catches for like $120 because they had one of their linebackers covered him all game.
That may be the only thing our linebackers can do. They may be able to cover. So here's a little fun fact about Herbert. Ready for this? In his last 4 games, guess what his QB rating's been?
I don't care, TJ. I don't care what it's been.
It's been 74.
Who they played?
Who doesn't matter. I mean, that's bad. Those are Mason Rudolph numbers, Tim.
Okay, let me just paint this picture. If you don't have T.J. Watt, you don't got Joe Hayden, and you don't have who else is missing from that dude? Mika? Are you kidding me? TJ, do you realize the star safety in that backfield is going to be Terrell Edmonds? You are in a
He's the guy. He's the guy.
That's the guy I'm going to be like. That's our star for today. 34.
It's bad. So who do you think's now with Watt out and these guys?
Who the hell knows?
Maybe this will be a taco game. I mean, he's got to play.
Either Tim or Tupac Shakur. Shakur.
Maybe Bush will come alive this game, Tim.
That
maybe
dude
this
ain't coming alive. Unless he needs to go find the mushroom in the Mario Brothers and just eat one of them and it grows another 4 inches.
And, I mean, wasn't he the one that was showing pictures of kittens dying or something like that?
Yeah, dude, there's a screw loose missing in that dude's cranium. I don't know what's going on. I guess his I think his idol is Derek Brooks. I think it's like his godfather. Maybe we can talk Derek Brooks into suiting up and playing.
Hey, do you think, would it be nuts? Would it be crazy? You know what? I would give a call to whatchamacallit, the retired guy, the guy we lost beginning of the season. I say, listen, man.
Vince Williams?
If you're in decent shape, we'll take you back. Come on.
Vince Williams seems like the type of dude right now. He's probably close to 3 spins. Or he's something like, holy man. Seriously,
yeah, you're probably right.
Probably like, dude, you've been all he's been doing is just taking 24 packs of Miller Lights to the face and just eating candy bars.
Maybe. So, Tim, give me a score prediction. What do you think the score of this game is going to be?
Again, is Ben playing or is he not playing?
I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you. I don't know.
TJ, it's just too. I think this is going to be a sneaky game. I think they're going to win. I don't know how they're going to win, but I think they're going to win. I have no idea.
I think you're right. So give me a rough score prediction.
7-3. I don't know.
7-3.
I think when we think here, realistically, I think maybe I'm thinking because I'm kind of looking at last week. They put up 16 points. I think they could have personally. You had the drop in the end zone, or the Mason just not dropping the end zone. Mason blatantly missed some bad turnovers. I think they could have put up 24 points, and of course, Mason and Ben are interchangeable. Can't believe the balls in that statement is just ricochet in my mouth, in my ears for the rest of the time.
In your mouth.
I didn't mean it to come out like that, but you threw there. I think they can. I mean, if Ben's playing, I think they put up 28 points. If Mason, I think it'll be in the 24 points. I think it'll be 24-17.
I think it's a good call. I would say 24-17, 24-10. I think we're going to put up 24. I think the defense, here's the pattern of the defense. They have a game that sucks, and then they seem to come back.
There's a big difference. There's a big difference in that pattern when you got TJ and you got Minka playing the defense.
The standard is a standard, baby. I
don't even know. I don't even know.
Nameless gray faces. Nameless gray faces.
I don't even know who the hell the other safety is.
They're going to find somebody. Somebody's going to be there.
I don't know if it's a guy from the practice squad they had.
Tim, this might be your moment. You got those 4 plays. Didn't you play safety in high school, Tim?
Yeah, TJ. I thought when I got my booster shot the other day, it could add it. I was like, after I got it, I was like, I feel like I just added a 5th play to my 4th.
Yeah.
No. Mr. Moderna came in the crook of night and said, no, son. No.
Oh, my. Well, it should be a wonderful game. And they play Sunday night, right? It's a Sunday night.
Can you imagine me in the bright lights on a Sunday night game coming out, especially on that new field out in L.A.?
You would look like a slow peanut. You'd look like a little peanut.
Because I remember looking. I think it's that field. Like it looks like it. Like on TV, it doesn't even look real. It's so bright. I can see it now. Like Chris and Al would be like, number 10. Is there poop coming out of his pants?
Is he even moving? He's so slow. We don't even know if he's moving.
Exactly. They would think that I'm faster than everybody because I'm so slow. It's like I'm in the Matrix.
I would love to see you back there. I wonder how fast would it be? See one of those guys run past you like you're a telephone pole.
I mean,
do you think? I mean, if you're out there literally playing against the Chargers and a guy, do you think you had any chance at all in heck of staying with a guy running past you?
You talk about like me covering receiver?
Well, as a safety, yeah. Well, I mean, you're deep. You're the deepest man. Is there any way you could still be the deepest man and line up at a reasonable distance?
TJ, before the ball would be even snapped, I'm talking like maybe even breaking out of the huddle, I would just start running back towards the goal line. And I think I would still have problems.
I believe that too.
Can you picture Alan Mike like number 10 he's running back to the goal line. He's running out of the stadium and the ball's ain't been hiked yet, and I just like show up out of nowhere.
He's running. No. It looks like he's walking briskly. I think he's trying to run, but it's a brisk walk.
No, my luck. I would do that in my first 3 steps. I would pull a hammy. They'd snap the ball.
Some tackle eligible. A guy with a 75 would catch it, run right past you.
The only time that I would think I would look like he may belong here if the whole team was full of like 6'5" linemen speed wise. Like I think I could just be like, or like everybody was Ben's side, like Ben's speed, and I'd be like, all right, I'm cool, I'm okay working Ben's speed.
But you're not the size of Ben. How big is Ben? 6'5"?
Oh, TJ, his whole body's made of paper mache. I think I can get one kill shot on him.
If his body's made of paper mache, Tim, how would you describe your body? We're not talking about, about like a Marvel character. We're not talking about how would you describe your body, Tim?
I mean,
so
I wouldn't call it soft.
Do you have 2 good arms?
I'll tell you right now, for where that shot hit me in my boob is like something unreal.
Oh, Tim. I think perhaps maybe we should dial back from that fifth play. I still think you're
Everybody's worried about these shots, like altering their DNA. I hope it alters my DNA. I hope it does. I hope I wake up tomorrow and I'm like the Wolverine and I'm just jumping around and I'm It'd be great.
That would be great. Well, Tim, I think that's all for the Yinzer Brothers podcast. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
I mean, no, dude. I'm starting to sweat. This helmet is outrageous.
It is.
I'm gonna have to ice my head after this podcast for 2 hours.
We may have to butter your head up to get that helmet off.
I can't wait. It's gonna be great. I might have to.
Oh, well, I'm TJ. I'm here with my brother Tim. We're the Yinzer Bros. Don't forget, if you like what you hear, you like what you see, pass the podcast along to all your friends and your neighbors. Look at that. Look at those lines. I can't believe you actually wore that in high school. My goodness.
TJ, there's nothing. This whole deflaty thing. This is completely flat. There's no ear pads in here.
Your head is ginormous. That's crazy.
I can only imagine how many mice took a dump in this thing downstairs in the
That's
meantime.
right. I'm sure it's fine. Once again, we're the Yinzer Bros. Stay classy, Pittsburgh.
Still number one out here, all right?
See you guys next week.